restaurant business for a man who was legendary in the area for more than his hoagies.
Ed Varhely began to cook for a living in 1956 when he opened Var's Hoagies at 62 Lee Park Avenue. When Ed began, the hoagie was something very new. It was known as a submarine sandwich or a grinder. Ed sold his for 40 cents. Over 30 years later, his price is still not too bad, $1.75.
I was tending bar at the VFW down here at the crossroads. And a guy came in with a hoagie, which I never seen before, and from Ritz's Pizza on Barney Street. And we sent down, we got 5 more, and they went. So the next day I went out and bought a dozen buns and some lettuce and ham and so forth, and made up all the ingredients, put them on the bar, and they went.
Ed got more and more calls. One thing led to another, and he made a good living making hoagies, which led to other things in the menu. Now Ed is going to retire because he says it's time. Varhely doesn't expect his customers will get up petitions to make him stay, but he thinks he'll be missed.
Easy to get along with.
What do the customers have to say about him?
Well, they think he's a nice guy, good cook.
Var's Hoagies is a landmark in Hanover Township.
It's a good place to eat, and it's a good place to meet, too. I've been in this booth for about since it's been here.
Now that Ed is about to take it easy, the 6-day weeks and 12-hour days will all be over. Ed's been doing all the cooking all these years. You're going to retire.
Right.
Now, who's going to do all the cooking from now on?
Me.
You? Why wouldn't Ed do it?
Because he told me already he's going to let me do all the cooking now.
Ed didn't spend all his life behind a hot skillet. He spent 5 years as a professional baseball player, most of the time under contract to the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians. Ed's curveball kept him in pro ball for 5 years. He played in the Texas League with the Wilkes-Barre Barons, even with a team in Havana, Cuba. Arm trouble forced him to retire in the early 1950s. Ed Varhely is 63 now. His legs aren't too good, he says. He's had enough after 33 years. We all wish Ed and his family well.
Right for us. Finally, at the end of the working day, especially on a Friday, a lot of people like to relax and eat at a favorite hangout. Such was one place in Luzerne County. But as News Watch 16's Jane Adonisio explains, soon that favorite hangout will soon be only a memory.
For 33 years, you could get a hoagie sandwich from bars in Lee Park. But not anymore. Ed Varhely is going out of business. The idea of making hoagies started back in the 50s when Varhely worked as a bartender. A customer introduced Varhely to hoagies, and then he found a local bakery making hoagie buns.
The next day I made 3 dozen, and it just snowballed from there. Before I know it, I bought a place across the street, and I was there for 11 years, and then I came over here for the last 22 years.
Today, Varhely's restaurant serves soups and platters. Ed is the chief cook. But before all this, Ed Varhely was a professional baseball player, a pitcher in the minor leagues. And some days he finds a similarity in both professions.
You have to do good all the time, and you're always trying to do your best, and when you're a pitcher, some days you get knocked out, and you've got to take it and come back tomorrow and just, try again.
Varhely has always tried to make his restaurant the kind of place people want to keep coming back to. And now that the restaurant's closing, some loyal customers are going to miss eating here.
I don't even know where to start going. I've been coming here so long.
I'll have to travel pretty far, and I don't think I'll find any place